Okay, hi everybody. The first video that I did on Grimlock was just to show the electronics. It wasn't meant to showcase the figure, but you know, due to a popular request, I'm gonna do a transformation video. It actually does transform. This is my Transformers 4 Age of Extinction Grimlock. Sorry, I got a cold, so if you can't understand me, you know, I apologize. Anyways, this is based off the leader class platform of Grimlock, which, you know, I didn't like and was very disappointed when I heard that they were doing the Dinobots. I was really, you know, ecstatic that they were gonna release this figure. So, but here he is right there. You can see he's really different. Let's look at the stock one first. This is the stock one compared to mine. Okay, now he has limited posability because of his legs and everything like that. I changed quite a bit of things, but you know, for the most part, if you try to like pose him really good or try to get him in a running pose or something, he's gonna fall over. And he's got a really short tail, so they usually use it to balance. But you know, seeing as how he doesn't have a long tail, he can't balance good. So transformation is pretty much almost the same, you know, with a little bit of added differences. And you know, so anyways, here's the figure. So you can see really good. And the electronics, I actually added a side mount angle switch in the apex of the jaw on the inside. You can't see the switch, even when the head's split, you can't see. But anyways, it operates the lights. Going from a rest position here, it turns on. Going down, turns off. So going all the way up, it stays off. Only going back down. So this will give the person, you know, just option of, you know, either posing it with the mouth open with the light on or off. So there it goes. But yeah, you start off the same. You detach this peg here, take the tail off. That comes off just like that, and it splits open too and becomes his sword or his weapon or something like that. Then his shield actually detaches off. Okay, because he's in bot mode. One thing I did differently here was I added an extra leg joint here and a ratchet joint in his foot area, and this third claw or fourth claw here. So give him his balance, you know. He's got posability there, right there, and then in his foot. So yeah, and it's more anatomically correct because that's how a real T-Rex is anyways. So from there, we want to go split his part, and even though it looks fragile because there's a bunch of parts, it's not. I mean, it's a solid figure, and I've dropped it on purpose a few times. You know, I mean, this figure is already sold, but you know, I don't plan on making a bunch more simply because it takes too long. I mean, this took me like 5 weeks to make. I mean, you know, completely painting and everything like that. So yeah, 5 weeks is a long time. I probably could have done it faster, but like I said, the head was all individually carved, really nice. You know, it just was a lot of work and a lot of detail. His tongue, it moves. It's on a ball joint in there. You know, nothing detaches off the figure except for the stock parts, the tail and the shield. You know, everything else is pretty much, you know, it's affixed on there, and I had to actually engineer different parts because of the way he transformed. You know what I mean? Or the way he, you know, had to transform. So he split his legs open like this. In the back, I added this skirt area that you'll be able to see. Shifting panels right here, you know, make the upper legs look bigger. And this part will be the same in transformation. So bend this all the way back like that. This is like in bot mode, it's like either a knife or you can fold it all the way back. I really hated the bird feet looking thing behind his forearms anyways. It really kind of just sucked. So yeah, so do the same to this side here. Okay. Oh yeah, and I use the same pegs in bot mode as I do in dinosaur mode because he gets a lot more height. You know what I mean? the instructions says to use the lower pegs, which would be in this position right here. So I just stick with this peg throughout bot mode and Dino mode. Let's see. So go up, and his head splits like it would normally stock. So we'll split the head, then bring it around. And his light up feature disengages as soon as you move his jaw out of the way. So it does split, and it actually does what the stock one does, what the stock one, or how the stock one's designed. So it splits, his jaw goes down like that and goes around just the same way as it would stock. So I had to, design a button around that. And the batteries are really, really easy to replace and easy to access. It's not trapped up in a compartment. It's not glued in a compartment. So there we go. So the head will swing around here like this to his shoulder, push down his main torso. Oh, no. Get these in position first. Push that down. Some blocking it. There we go. There goes Grimlock's head right there. Put his head over his shoulders. Dino heads over his shoulders like this. And if everything pegs, everything will peg in nicely. Everything fits nicely. Nothing's really out of place. Tuck these in here. That. Rotate these ribs. Like that. So that's his back right there. Face his arms forward. Like that. Okay. Heel spike. That one tends to come off because I shaved a little bit of it off, but okay. So anyways. Going back, position his little T-Rex arms. And it was such a shame that Hasbro designed pretty much all their figures like, I don't know, I don't want to say crap, but I just hate the color scheme and everything about it. It just was horrible, and the look. Look at the face. Look at that. It looks like Puff the Magic Dragon. I don't want to disrespect them because they gave us a lot of good stuff in the past. But I would think. You see ROTF Prime and the way he transformed, even with the electronics. He still had his transformation was still intricate. But I would think that Grimlock, would have been like one of the most epic figures that they would have produced from the movie line. And I don't really know too much about, like Transformers and stuff because I just started collecting them around, when the movie hit, which was the first Transformers movie. So, I'm not a G1 fan or anything like that. I don't, didn't have the luxury to actually watch the cartoons and stuff like that as a kid. So, as an adult, that's when I actually started collecting them. But yeah, so you fold that, everything is in here like this. You'll fold this rib section here like that, fold this one in, then pretty much it will do pretty much what the stock one does. And a lot of people, they're like, how did you get so much dinosaur on such a little robot? And it's pretty much every part that I've added on to Grimlock, I had to transform again over and over just to make sure that there was clearance room, there's no clearance issues, things like that. It took a lot of doing a lot of work and stuff, but I managed pretty well, just what I could get away with, what I couldn't. There's lots more I want to do, but being restricted to the stock Hasbro platform, it didn't leave me with too many options to do, so that's why I'm working on scratch built Supreme classes and higher. That's why I'm not gonna really mess or deal with the leader classes anymore, simply because, you know, I think he should be bigger, you know, honestly. I'm also going to do the other Dinobots that appeared in the movie and the ones that didn't appear in the movie. So I don't know how long that'll take me, or, you know, because it's like I said, it takes quite a bit, you know, of time. So that's his, pretty much right there. That's his bot leg right there. You see, it looks pretty cool because it actually does look like this is bot mode. It's crazy, like he has like pretty much those rib things right there, and you know, I think that's what they try to do here, but it's really on the outside right here. So I don't know, you gotta look at photos and like, you know, watch the movie over and over to get a better understanding of his bot mode. It looks pretty similar to it. I mean, you know, just you know, from at a glance. But when you actually take the time to actually like look at all the detailed pictures, all the, you know, frame by frame or whatever, you're gonna notice like, oh, you know, it's different here, it's different there. And it turns out the whole thing is freaking different. Like I had to paint this guy like 3 different times, you know, just to get the paint right. Because you don't notice the green, and then you do notice the green, you know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, well, then there's gold or brown or whatever. So yeah, it gets kind of tricky painting him as well. And all the extra little kibble parts and you know, stuff that's on him that Hasbro just happened to leave out. And like I said, you know, they gave us a lot of good things in the past, but man, they really screwed the pooch on like everything about, you know, this line. And I really, you know, I really do not care for the Autobots and their designs in this film. Like for real, like just the Dinobots was the only thing that I was really concerned about, and it wasn't a good job that they did. So I created my own the way I thought. And you know, looking at the stock figure, I didn't think that I was going to be able to do anything with it. I mean, it was like, you know, and I'm not even a customizer, you know, I'm just an artist. So, I mean, this is like my 6th custom. I mean, I've done more, you know, I mean, I'm doing more now, you know, I'm like booked up with commission work and stuff like that, but this is actually my 6th custom. So, yeah, I mean, as far as like knowing the history of them and all that, I really don't, you know. So, but anyways, there he is in bot mode. Yeah, his, you know, shield and stuff like that, it does transform like his tail. Hold on, let me position him. Yeah, and looking at the stock figure, you know, you can adjust whatever you want, but you can tell he's much beefier. Looking at the stock figure, I was like, I'm not gonna do anything with that, you know, and I was just gonna repaint it, add, you know, a little longer tail, and then I just said, screw it, I'm just gonna try, you know what I mean? So anyways, this stock tail, it opens up just like stock. This peg right here, or this panel right here, just goes like that. Push that all the way up, fold stuff like that. It becomes his sword, and his tail does have side-to-side articulation as well. Like that, see, and yeah, it's pretty cool. But it also stays, you know, just depending on, you know, you can actually leave it locked into a pose too, you know. So, or you know, keep it there in the center, and it'll, you know, stay locked. It's kind of weird how that came to be, but anyways. So his stock shield is pretty much, there's 2 moving parts. There's this and this. This is on the ball joint, it can rotate or whatever like that, and that's the stock shield. You can combine the stock shield with this to form his mace, things like that, but you know. So yeah, that's oh yeah, the stock leg, what I want to go over is that it's just, you know, it's designed like a human. When you look at the Grimlock, the actual Grimlock in the movie, he does have an extra joint. However, it's not as long as I once thought. Is his stock or not stock, but his Dino leg actually looks more like this. It's really skinny. You know, it's got this part here is, you know, pretty much short. And if you're gonna do this modification, you gotta be, you know, you gotta be careful to keep it the same length as the stock form when you're adding the joint. I had to shorten this and then add another piece there. So anyways, there's a ratchet joint there. Okay, and then there's a joint there, and then there's a stock joint, ratchet joint there, and you know, or you can just keep it stock leg. It don't matter. Just, you know, whatever you decide to do. Yeah. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna be doing a lot more videos. You know, a lot more customs, whatever you call it. So yeah, thanks.